Hey, Curvies. Thanks for coming through. So my question is, how is it that this season Porsha has the audacity to say that a cast member cannot film with and make music with her baby's dad? So they weren't married. There was no legality. It's literally a baby daddy situation. But she could DM Simon while he was still married to Fallon and entertain him in a relationship regardless of Fallon's pregnancy. She did that. She had no issue doing that to a castmate. Yet she requires and demands that castmates can't talk to, can't film with, can't make music with. Why does Porsha Williams get all the peens in Atlanta? And how do the peens feel about it? Like, what is the payoff to Dennis, the hot dog man, to have Porsha decide who he can kick it with? Now, I don't remember nothing about Porsha saying shit when I saw Fallon and Dennis kicking it strong, going around doing interviews and shit like that. She didn't have nothing to say because she was on Simon's private jet. But now that Simon's private jet can't be filmed, and while he's on detention, and while he has a cease and desist not to film in my house, don't film in my car, don't mention my name this season at all. And so now here she come with fake, imaginary, audacious problems. And the audacity is actually disgusting because the amount of entitlement it takes for a whole thought to demand that other people who don't have thought behavior somehow exist in her little freaking box of what's right today. But it was okay. What's right today wasn't wrong when you took that lady's husband. It wasn't wrong when you DM'd that lady's husband. But for Drew to film with your baby daddy who had every opportunity to tell your ass and didn't tell you, but now you're going to bring it to the girl, right? Okay, well, Fallon knows you won then. I can't wait. Ooh, I hope Fallon gets her lick in. And by the way, it's not even Cynthia for Porsha to go and film with Ralph and ask him what parts of women does he sniff when she has no business with Ralph. And Shamia wasn't talking business at the time. And why is Porsha showing up at business meetings she has no business in, if not to spite Drew, who had legitimate business with Dennis, who is a fabulous producer. If you've heard the Delulu song and all the other songs on their album, look, that shit is hitting. I'm like, is that the hot dog Dupree? Like Jermaine Dupri? I don't know if it's something in the water in Atlanta that he kind of looked like Jermaine Dupri. And now come to find out he can make music like Jermaine Dupri? Anyway, yeah, that's what I'm getting. I don't know if they long lost cousins or what, but that music is banging. And there is literal business for Drew to be partaken of with the hot dog man. And Porsha is a hating, conniving, low down, insecure type of thought to have to turn around and film with that man and then talk about Drew the way Drew already knew she did anyway. And you know what really chaps my hide as a viewer is that Porsha is fake getting over fake beef. Get over it already. Let that shit go. Just because you don't have a storyline means you get to browbeat Drew into submission to work her way into like your square peg as a circle, because she has her whole, Drew actually has a whole story going on this season that they are not letting us near, wasting all this time having these gaggle of hens take turns calling her liar, act like she's an issue. They never let her finish a sentence. They do not let Drew finish a sentence. That's why she had to go sing. That's the only way she can get it all out is in a good old song, because these bitches don't let her finish a sentence. I'm like, really, bitch? Angela, come here, girl. So on Beverly Hills, they used to have this lady named Camille Grammer, and Kelsey Grammer was her husband, as you may or may not know from like the series. Anyway, you know the series. And he made girlfriends and stuff like that. Well, he was doing a Broadway play when Camille finally landed her role on Beverly Hills. And as it turned out, her appearance on Beverly Hills as a housewife turned out to be kind of like a parting gift from their marriage, because he was over in a play playing it up with the next one and let Camille have a housewife's role under his last name as kind of like a parting gift, is what the theory is, as urban legend has it. So the way that Charles unfortunately doesn't hold her hand, he won't say he loves her. It seems like his love language is hating on her ass. Yeah. And she's like, oh, we love more each other every day. Yeah, right. I don't think he likes her a lot. It's sad to see. But now she's on her freaking anniversary. After they already had a separation. Now she's on an anniversary, like Porsha said, with all of these divorcees. Look, be like Dr. Heavenly. Don't have your relationship for sale. For Kelly to sit up here and make Drew the problem, I'm like, really, Kelly? Who put you in charge of everything? And did you swallow a bullhorn, by the way? Because it seems like you're doing a lot of yelling. I don't know if it's because you get little and you feel like you're not heard. I know in my house, like, when I'm in my yelling, it's because I'm not feeling heard. And so I'm just acknowledging that, darling. But, yeah. Who put her in charge of stirring the pot? And then it's like, did you do it just so your co-host for the trip could have an opportunity to dig in Drew's ass about calling her a lapdog? Which, by the way, Shamia, you are being, even still to this day. Your unabetted loyalty to what Porsha has shown as utter disrespect for your friendship is very telling about the amount of abuse you'll take, and kind of like sad bad look, because you're beautiful and I want you to be confident, and and it feels like now all that confidence just might be a front for a lot of insecurity. And for what? Like, you're gorgeous, you got money, your husband loves you, your family, your mom, like so much things that why is Porsha's ass the place that you want to be? And this is the first time that Porsha's finally speaking up about you being a lapdog, by the way. And I don't even wear foundation, but can they get it right, please? Because look, all these heads and faces, different color than necks and hands. Come on now. Come on. Somebody fix that. And for Kelly to say that Drew has an issue with everyone at the table except whoever she said, what problem does Drew have with Kelly? That she wasn't on the list of not a problem. Like, what the fuck is going on that they're making her the problem? I feel like, I'm not saying that Drew is in any way meanie-ish. However, this type of pile-on and narrative spin and gaslight spin we've seen before, when they were making Nene the issue when she wasn't the issue. Like, she was just trying to get clear on some things and they were making her the issue all the time. Remember that? And then finally they were just like, oh, we can't work with her. And then she had to leave. And then she left after being attacked all season, even though her husband was going through it. And nobody had any fucking sympathy for her because they treated her like the character they made her be. Meanwhile, this feels so set up. So they've all had they have a group chat where Drew's not included, where they all know that they have a problem with Drew, but Drew's freaking clueless because none of them tell her what the fucking problem is until they bring it up on camera to make her the problem. And the way that Porsha just brings stuff up to people, and then the way she repeats it like she pre-games victim every opportunity, when she was just the villainous bitch. She was literally just the villainous bitch. And then she pre-games victim in her retelling of her being a villain. Do you guys get what I'm saying? It's like weird. I really wish she'd stop. I don't know. Where's the old Porsha? Where's fun, happy-go-lucky? Where's the days of the year? What's an Underground Railroad? This is feeling very malicious and mean. And the amount of gaslighting and abuse that you're doing to Drew specifically is hard to digest, because this is my first season back. Also, to Real Housewives of Atlanta after all of the Nene kerfuffle. And so to come in on this agitated, manufactured, fake storyline BS just so you can save your job but waste my entertainment hours is kind of a lot, But I appreciate like a version of the truth, but just, I don't know, it's hard to digest. This is not just like, I wish it was a comedy, except for you're really hurting Drew's feelings. You know what I mean? Like, I think Drew's like really hurt. She's going through a divorce and she's constantly having to defend herself around these ladies who could be a circle of friends, but is only a circle of vipers in her time of need, and is sitting down with her husband who refuses to do so much, like he's great because he bought you a pork chop, is really high-key disgusting. And Phaedra, we know you still care about Apollo. It's okay. You let him follow you over there to Married to Medicine because you still care, because he still adds value to your brand in a way. I would be supposed to say that, I don't know. I think like Apollo and Phaedra might make a cameo soon. I don't know. But that's kind of usury. Like, you drag him on to Married to Medicine, and now, he married to somebody else, but you dragged him on to Married to Medicine while he was with somebody else. But now it's like an issue that she asked about it. Why are you here? What is Phaedra's storyline? I mean, just that she's back as Frack, or is it Frick? And she has fabulous wigs, and she hasn't really had any one-liner zingers with the ladies so far that I've really seen. And I'm really looking for them. I'm like, waiting for like a Phaedra, And so hopefully we'll get it. Oh, look, it's over. Guess we won't. All I can really say is free Nene. Bring back Nene. Bring back some real authentic. All this malicious tearing down. Anyway, you guys, leave it in the comments. What are your thoughts on this episode and this season of Real Housewives of Atlanta? Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, ring my bell, and I'll see you in the next video.